Okay, we're both hooked up. Me and Graham.
Should I record?
I'm Clarke Montel. Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna video. Okay. I'm Graham Sagal.
Fuck yeah, I'm Clarke Montel.
Clarke Montel is such a cool name.
Oh, dude, thank you. You are too.
Thank you.
This has been the first day of knowing each other, first day of hanging out, and
Yeah.
already the compliments.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Why are you wearing the headphones like that?
I don't know.
Can you hear it?
Damn, is this even the way? Oh yeah, I can hear. Cause I want to hear your voice through that. Is why.
Through
Both.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally hearing your voice only through the headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tag teaming it. Are you recording on your phone like this, where your phone's facing you, your screen is facing you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have it like
That makes the
upright.
quality go down for mine.
Like which way?
It makes the quality of the video go down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. I should switch it.
I mean,
That makes sense.
not
because
necessarily.
This
but,
camera though.
But then it's like,
is
how are you
less
gonna
good
see
than
if
this
it's
camera.
doing it?
Just hope.
Yeah, exactly. Blind faith. What if we do it to each other? Like I put my.
I have such a setup here.
That's
though.
gonna be annoying
Like,
as shit. Yeah.
I can just like put it against this,
Okay.
and it's probably
You're just
recording.
gonna
me.
hope.
Yeah, like I think it'll
All
work.
right.
And then like that way too. It's like I feel like if it's there and I'm looking at myself, then
Oh yeah. You're
like I think a big
be
thing about podcasts is like you're
tripping.
listening to yourself talk, and then like you have to get over that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this shit is gonna record me at all, but I think it seems as good as it'll get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What were you saying about the live podcast?
No,
then?
I couldn't figure out how to hear myself or hear in the microphone. Like the audio, everything would work, all the words, but like in words in the headset, like I would be talking to the microphone
Okay.
and it was audible.
Were you seeing the bars go up?
I wasn't even using the thing because my co-host has had a show before,
Oh, so they were sitting here.
so I wasn't doing the
So you weren't hearing yourself in the.
in the headset.
That's either the headset wasn't working or they hadn't turned it up. Because those ones are the levels for those.
But like I could
For-
hear like the
for
music
the-
audio, but not my own voice.
That's weird.
So strange.
It was. Maybe one of the buttons wasn't pushed. There are some buttons that do like more mundane things like that. But okay, so let's talk about your eating habits. Can you pass me a snack?
Yeah, which one?
A banana, honestly.
I think I'm gonna eat my banana too.
I'll do it. Did you grab from the same one I had already opened?
It looks like I didn't, but I kind of
Really?
prefer my bananas a little bit more starchy
Oh
than
shit!
sugary.
All
so
right.
like this was the ideal banana for me.
So now I'll know for the plantain thing. I got one literally with like a dead ass fucking root.
Oh, mine might be a little bit too starchy.
Oh shit.
That's okay though. I'm still gonna eat it.
So yeah, do you see how this is on the root though? What do you call this part of the banana? The head?
stem.
The stem. Yeah. I have a really hard time finding words. I can paint
too.
pictures. Really?
Occasionally.
You just got the stem.
Well, it's because
That's pretty
banana is like one of my favorite fruits.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah. I have a hard time like finding the word that I want to use, and then I feel like I just get hung up on it, but I can describe it, like that general essence of what I'm trying to say well.
Yeah.
But it's like I talk a lot, so it's not poignant, if that makes sense. Like
Mhm.
I don't just say, "Oh, this happened." I'll just like give a very like flowery description of it,
Yeah.
talking a lot too, but I'm not like if some like my efficiency of words,
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
not
what they call
concise.
it, is yeah, it's terrible. And I don't know whether to love myself or hate myself for it. I've accepted that it is how it is,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time I'm like, this must piss some people off. Some people love it though. They think it's hilarious and they're like,
Yeah.
you tell stories so weird.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. Is like, how do you tell stories?
Different every time.
Because I feel like I'm really bad at telling stories.
Me
Like,
too.
Terrible. Like, I just like say a bunch of words, and then I realize like I'm not really getting to the point, and then I stop. And I'm like, okay, here's what you need to know.
Yeah, my dad and my uncle, they're from a family of 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had 8 fucking siblings, and so like, they're just really well socialized and know how to tell a story as a result, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like when you listen to a comedian and they're telling a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Everything about that story is polished.
It's so structured.
Every word used is needed, and there are no excess words.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, ideally, I would be there.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just like being articulate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like translating what's in your head out. It's like it's all there. But
you just have to practice it and learn
yeah,
to do it better.
and you have to expose yourself to people who are articulate, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We're fucked then.
We're so fucked. Like, this is not conducive at all.
I think we're going to get better at it. I honestly listen to a lot of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like specials, or I'll go to shows. I think that helps, honestly. Or
You should
listening-
meet
What's
my
up?
roommate because he loves bubble water and stand-up comedy.
Who does he like? Like, which comedians?
I don't know. I don't know which ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Do
figure
you
it out,
like
though.
any?
Yeah, I appreciate stand-up comedy. I feel like I don't really watch that much right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period in my life when I was watching a bunch, but it was just kind of like I was such like a computer video game kid, like
Okay.
short attention span, 2 monitors,
Damn.
and I always like my attention span like needed like 2 things going on, so I would just put on like a Netflix comedy special and then
Okay.
have my video game going.
And just listening on the side.
Yeah, and now there's untold consequences like these days.
Just
of,
on
like-
your phone, just all
Yeah,
the time.
no,
Yeah.
I'm so like
I
feel
get
like
that.
I'm so in need of the stimulation all the time.
Yeah.
And it's
You ever-
hard.
You ever just like do some shit and not listen to anything, or like
Mhm.
do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do I not do anything?
Well, I guess why I say that is because a lot of times I feel like, say I'm gonna like do the dishes, say I'm going to take a shower, do push-ups, stretch. I
Mhm.
always play music, or a podcast, or put on something. You
I
know?
always play music, I think.
Yeah. I think that's bad sometimes, to be honest,
Yeah.
because it's like you're never alone with your thoughts.
Mhm.
So then like it gets worse like before bed. You're trying to sleep and then you're like, shit.
Yeah,
I
you haven't
haven't-
been alone with your thoughts like all day.
Yeah. And you're like, damn, now they all fucking came because I was like listening to other people's stories through their songs.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, that was kind of like,
That's really interesting to think about.
that's the way I think of it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I noticed that because I have a hard time going to sleep.
Yeah.
Or at least when I'm in a bad place in my life, like when I'm not doing super good,
Mhm.
I have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
I'll be
of
in my
thoughts.
head.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way.
All right. So what's your main go-to meal?
I feel like there isn't a go-to. In the morning, I like to eat a bowl of cereal.
What type?
I don't like sweet cereals typically.
That's good.
Like, well, some of them are good. But, if I have the choice though, it's like a bland one, like Cheerios,
Okay.
cornflakes, rice Chex. I love that shit, and I've always loved that shit. I don't know. It's all so random. It's all just like whatever is present.
Okay.
Um,
Whatever your roommate fucking bought yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really eat at home that much, I feel too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, like I eat like real meals like when I eat out, I suppose.
Did you cook growing up?
No, and I think this is like a big thing is that my parents never ever really cooked. We never ate dinner at the table, and dinner was always just kind of like the same as it is now. It's like go find food in the kitchen. So it was something I would have had to take into my own hands, I guess. It wasn't just like given to me as knowledge. And before I left for college, I was like cooking a lot. But then like my first year here, I didn't have like a kitchen, so that kind of hobby died out a little bit.
What would you be cooking?
I was making a lot of Korean food.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And like
What
Asian.
like what's that? I honestly never eat Korean food.
It's really good. It's so good.
Like what's an example?
Soft tofu stew, spicy, and like a lot of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I love putting like, I feel like I put the same vegetables in like everything. Like I really like zucchini. So good. I just wanted to make good like rice dishes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've always really liked Asian food. Like I worked at this ramen place for most of high school.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like that was like the primary place that I like ate actual meals was that place because I'd get free food there all the time, like rice bowls and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then like I wouldn't really get that at home. So
Yo, shout out that spot. What's it called?
Takumi Ramen and Rice Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's open still, yeah?
Yeah, it's still open.
Hell yeah.
I think so.
You go in there like a old timer, like I used to work here.
I don't actually. It's kind of strange. Like, I haven't really been back. Like,
Oh yeah? You don't go back? Are you gonna go back for Thanksgiving?
yeah, but like, and I've been back a couple times at Davis, but I haven't been back in there. I think part of me doesn't like returning to things,
Mm.
and I don't really know why. Like, maybe like I don't like catching up with people, or like, I just really like to leave the past untouched, I suppose.
I get that.
But I don't know why.
I can relate to that in that when I go to a place that I used to live,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to just enjoy it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it seems futile and meaningless to like kind of maintain like it seems like I'm living in the past if I try to like it's like I'm trying to recreate how things were
Mm-hmm.
if I put too much effort in.
Yeah.
So it's like let me just be here and just enjoy the nature or like the scenery of like how this place is
Mm-hmm.
because that's the essence of it that will always be.
Yeah.
But the people there, is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
You don't connect as much with like the people in the place or maybe like what's going on? The community of it? I live the past in the past with relationships.
It's kind of that. I feel like I don't like my life unless it's moving forward, I feel. And
Mhm.
like to be in the past is to not be moving forward.
Yeah.
So it's like when I go back to like home, honestly, it's like I feel so stuck and like I feel like I'm not really moving. Maybe that's more complicated than like not returning to Takumi Ramen and Rice Bowl. Maybe that's like a more simpler feeling. But I feel like in general, I just don't like returning to those past places because
So the
I don't
way
know.
that
Yeah.
I can relate to that is in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
when it's over for me.
Totally for me too. Like
Yeah.
I have no and like
Yeah.
nothing to do with you. Even if it like didn't like
And
end on bad terms.
Yeah. You gotta have a clean cut so you can move on to new shit. Cause like, all right, do you cry after a relationship sometimes to get over it, or like after some sort of heartbreak type shit?
I feel like all of my relationships, once they've ended, the heartbreak has already like occurred, kind of, like.
So, but did you cry in that moment?
Not crying,
When
but
the
like
heartbreak
yeah, like
occurred?
upset, yeah.
Okay. Here, get closer to your mic a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, the reason that I say that is because for me, it feels like I can't move on
Mm-hmm.
unless I break ties because I'm so bad at emotionally processing in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like I will still like be attached to that person to an extent, like inevitably almost,
Mm-hmm.
unless I fully just like distance.
Yeah. No, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I want all of their presents to. Can you turn my
Headphones
headset,
up, down.
the volume down a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want their presents like out of my life. Oh, is it that one?
I think it's these ones.
Let me. Do you know which one I'm connected to?
Okay, so try to like consistently talk into it.
La.
Where do you want it?
It's that one. Turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to be like. I don't know. I feel like maybe I just need to think about myself more and these things, but I feel the same way. Like, I don't want your presence to be. It just doesn't really seem of any use to me, almost.
Because it's like you'll never be what it was.
Yeah, and. Thinking really hard.
Go into an example. I feel like that's what we need.
I have a couple. The last relationship I was in, it ended because she left San Diego.
How long were you with her?
3 months.
Okay. Was it official?
It was a little crazy. Like, she was a sugar baby. So.
Meaning what? You got money like that?
Is
that what
I was like the sugar baby to a sugar baby.
Oh, okay.
Essentially.
Okay. How old was she?
She's a year older than me.
Okay. So.
How did things end? I don't know. It's like things ended. It's like I liked her, but then she left.
Was it official though?
Well, what do you mean, like, by official?
Were you exclusive?
I mean, like, in the sense that, like,
sexually.
Well, she was sleeping with older men for money. Like,
oh, okay, I know.
But like, but she wasn't like fucking other 20-year-old dudes.
Oh,
like,
okay. So no threat.
Yeah, it's like
low key. It's
like kind of.
Those fools ain't fucking doing shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. They're out here
it
probably
was crazy.
not even.
She would make my rent in a day.
Okay,
it was insane.
Nah, those fools are probably just fucking being, just like dance for me and then fucking busting it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing shit. You know what I mean?
No, but like even then,
they're not getting
it wasn't like.
They're not doing her justice.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you were
anyway.
completely unthreatened.
Yeah, I wasn't really threatened. I didn't really care.
You don't care. See, I would have been. I couldn't handle that.
So, for me, it's like I don't care if the girl I'm with is seeing other people, but they just have to realize that like the effort they put into me is the effort I will put into them.
Okay,
so that's like what I told her. I was like,
look at it.
If you like want to fuck other people, that's cool, but like I'm going to treat you like, you know, like that. Like
you're going to do the same too?
Like, yeah, you're going to be less important to me.
Yeah.
You know, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And then obviously if the person like really likes you, then they don't want to be treated like that.
How did this question originate?
We were talking about not going back to the past, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, I was seeing her, and then she left. And then it's like, I liked her, but like,
okay,
I want to see other people, and it's like her existence in my little like monkey sphere of thought is only going to be constraining. Like, it serves no purpose for her to exist.
Yeah. It's just, it's not. Is it constraining? I feel like it's just like, it's like there's no positive of it.
Yeah. But I guess that was like less like heartbreak though. Like
You don't seem heartbroken.
Yeah, like I like maybe a better example was like when I was like a freshman going into my sophomore year. I was like dating my best friend,
Okay.
and we weren't exclusive, but we should have been exclusive because that was kind of the conduit of our problems. Was that we were
not
both
being exclusive?
that yeah we were both seeing other people and we were both upset about it.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm on.
And then
I get upset. I'm like monkey brain.
no, I get jealous too. And like I try to tell myself like don't be, but I still feel those things.
Yeah.
But you know, when we broke up, it was like a really big breakup, and she was my best friend. Like, so it was like a really huge deal. It was like we were each other's best friends, and then suddenly not in each other's life anymore.
All right.
And then I feel like I had to totally like block her out because it was so like
It's like emotionally raw to be around someone
it's so raw
like that. Yeah.
and it was also the fact that it's like I really didn't know if like I was making the right choice or not, and that was like really like mentally taxing.
You weren't sure because how long were you together first off?
A little less than a year. I
Okay.
think.
Had you were you like on and off for a bit? Like it,
Yeah.
were there, okay. That always happens at the end of something that you just described.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds like it's like at a certain point, I think this is best for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know. And love is such a tricky brain feeling where you're
It's
like,
so tricky.
you're like, this could be the person.
Mm-hmm.
What if what if this is like the person and I won't find, you start to think like, what if I don't find another person
Yeah.
that I like
So
this?
wait, my question for you is: have you like been with a lot of people? Because at that point, I hadn't been with a lot of people. That was my most serious relationship that I've had. Like, and I've had relationships since then, and none of them has been as serious. But you know, at the time when we were breaking up, I was like, okay, like this is my first like serious relationship, relationship on this level, and the thought was like, okay, more to come.
Mm.
Like I came by this, like
Oh yeah.
what's to say I won't come by another, and then I haven't come by another. But at the time, I was like,
oh, you will. It's
like
you can't have scarcity mindset on that.
I'm sure I will, but at the time, I thought that what I had was kind of like a common thing.
Oh, interesting.
So, or where was I bringing this? What did you just say?
Well, basically, I think that like, oh, you were saying, have I had a lot of like relationships or been with a lot of people? I don't know what you meant by that though. Like, I haven't been with a lot of people, but I've been in a lot of relationships, if that makes sense.
Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. So at the time, I wasn't really having the feelings of like doubt, like, oh, like what if this person like is my person, because I hadn't been with like a ton of people.
Okay.
And well, I'd had relationships before, but not on that level. And
Like that best friend intimacy.
yeah, and then I realize now, like, and I guess because that was my first experience with a relationship on that level, I thought like, oh, most of my relationships in college are gonna be like this, and then they weren't at all.
I feel like in college they're even less like that.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Why?
Just because I feel like there's a lot of hookup culture here.
Yeah.
Where it's like people are just wanting like casual things where you don't go deep on that, like where you become like really close.
Yeah, and I feel like that's my problem right now, like with my neighbor. It's because like I don't need to like be any like official Instagram boyfriend or anything, but it's like I want something deep, like and fulfilling. But
yeah, you want to talk about shit.
Yeah, I really want to talk about shit.
Yeah,
and
pillow talk a little bit.
I think, you know, she already has her friends and they're fulfilling, and she like, I don't know. I don't want to be like a little sneaky link, you know? Yeah. I don't know. There's so much to it. There's so much to unpack there.
Well, here's another thing too. Well, this might not be true, but I feel like she might have friends who are girls who she can talk to that shit about.
Mm-hmm.
That more emotional, deep, like what's going on type shit. So she might not need that from you as much.
I have no clue.
Who knows? I'm
what
just
she wants from me.
assuming. And that's a gendered thing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like if a girl were to go up to another girl and just like was breaking down and was going through it,
Mm-hmm.
they would be like more open to it. But if like some guy goes up to a girl,
Yeah.
they're not down. If a guy goes up to a guy, they're not down. The guy goes up to a girl, the girl's gonna be like, this guy's fucking insane or a creep. The guy goes up to a guy, they're like, this guy needs to get his shit together.
Yeah.
So, but I always find that sort of like tenderness, literally is the word I'm trying to use, more with like a girl who I guess I'm intimate with.
Yeah. No,
Typically.
I totally agree.
But I've found that in friendships
Well,
with girls
yeah.
and with guys too. But it does go deeper in a way when you're having sex with someone,
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah.
You're more vulnerable in a way.
Yeah. No, I agree
don't
so
know.
too.
Yeah.
It's so racking my brain. It's so
This situation.
yeah, and I really don't want it to be racking my brain because it's so silly. I feel, but like
Well, you're emotionally wrapped up in it,
like
which is nice. You're lucky you're at that place.
no, but it's like I just like want it to be over. Like I want her to be like yes or no to me almost.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Boundaries,
I've been like
clear.
really upfront about like my feelings to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly feel like she's so terribly awful than anyone I've ever been with about talking about how she feels. Like I cannot get anything at all from her. Not like a hint or a clue.
How does your mom emotionally?
My mom,
Yeah.
she's pretty upfront.
Okay.
Like I think will share how she feels.
Okay.
She can be a little like I feel like irrational. I feel like or like sometimes petty almost.
Okay.
But she like is upfront about it. Anyway, this girl I like cannot figure out how she feels about me like at all, and it's so infuriating. Like yeah, there's so much to it. It's racking my brain. It's racked.
For how long?
Like
This seems exhausting.
a month.
Is it on your brain all the time?
All the time.
Damn,
And I
that
feel like-
sounds exhausting.
It is. And it's like
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is tough. I just wish it was over at this point because it's like I feel like I can move
Is
on.
it not over?
Not really.
When's the last time y'all see each other? Saw
Sunday.
each other? Huh?
Sunday.
Okay.
But we're just so different in our communications and needs and wants, and like I'm so needy and like
I'm the same way.
texty and like very contacting and like
Yeah.
interacting with people who aren't the same at first is like it's just a big adjustment. I feel.
Is she like touchy? Does she
No.
like? Okay. Damn, this is a mismatch.
It is a mismatch. It's such a mismatch, but it's like I don't want to like cut things off because like what if they work? You know.
Well, no, it's not that, but it's like
Well,
you get
yeah.
you getting it. Is that not why?
No, because I feel like I can get it wherever. Like,
Oh yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like I got it like that.
Go.
But like,
That's money.
like I feel like that's not like the thing. I don't know. I just like her, and it's like the reason I like her. I feel like is because I feel like we can have something really special. And we're not there yet, of course. But I feel like with her, I could have something like really deep and intimate. But I feel like it's just so blocked.
What's blocking it? Just how she is.
I don't know how she is.
Her whole personality and
Her
vibe.
personality. Or, I maybe she just like doesn't even want that.
Who knows? You gotta ask her point blank.
I have.
And what
I'm
does
like,
she do?
She
Deflects?
She just deflects.
Answers like a politician.
And I'm just like, yeah, just like a politician. And I'm just like, listen, tell me how you feel. Like, or this is how I feel. If
Yeah.
you're not on the same page, let me know. If you don't know, and then you find out that you're not on the same page, let me know.
Maybe she's there. Maybe she's figuring it out.
I think she's figuring out. Yeah. I mean, we haven't texted or anything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't text people personally.
Yeah, and like.
Not like that, at least.
I do text people, but she doesn't really text people. But.
Hey.
The brain is racked. The brain is racked.
Dog, it is what it is right now.
Yeah. I just like.
We'll see how this. It'll be interesting to see how this novella plays out.
Yeah.
Feel.
But one big thing about me, like one huge thing about me, is that when I have an issue or a problem in my life, I like to get it solved like then and there, and I hate waiting for things to play out. And this is something that like I'm waiting for it to play out, and it's so like, because it's like once I know that she's like no, I can make my steps to move on and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm making those steps like right now, but like kind of not wholeheartedly. So I just really want her to tell me how she feels so I can either move on or not. So I feel so like stuck. Like I'm just waiting for an answer.
Okay.
And I don't know. Maybe that kind of ties back into what I was saying earlier. Like a little bit of like, I really, really, as a person, want to constantly be moving forward or something. And I feel like I'm not moving forward.
When there's no purpose, like there's no end goal of like, oh, we're like shared understanding that, oh, we're getting closer.
Yeah.
It fucking feels very like, it just feels like there's no destination. And that can be a very fucking, like, I feel like you're in a fucking washer and dryer. You know what I mean? You're just like all over the place, and it's like,
yeah,
what is the point? And then if you don't feel there's a point, the feelings, they can get misplaced.
Yeah. What do you mean by misplaced?
I feel like either a resentment can go sometimes, or you can kind of like, where those good feelings are, at least I do this, you turn them around and they're negative feelings.
Yeah. Like
because you're like, I need to protect myself because this motherfucker is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where they're going to be, so I need to be rigid as fuck so that I know who the fuck I am. But then you're closing yourself off.
No, I totally feel like I'm doing that right now. In the sense that, like, I feel like I'm trying to evaluate, like, her as a person, in the sense that, like, you don't need her, like, she's XYZ.
Exactly.
And it's so negative, but it's I catch myself doing it because it's like, I don't want to be
hurt or just like not know what's going on.
There was another one I was going to say.
I had a similar situation to this.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she later expressed to me, not later, but like when she figured it out, she expressed to me, she was like, I don't want this to be anything serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can still see each other, but I don't want this to be serious. So then, after that, we just stopped talking.
You didn't see her still?
Not at all.
Because you didn't want it. You wanted something serious?
That's just how it played out. Yeah, I wanted more. I was like, I really liked her.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I had to just eat that and be like, okay, I'm okay with that. Like, but also I feel like I would be hurting myself.
Yeah.
If I were to continue to see her.
When was this?
This was a minute ago. This is like the end of last semester.
How do you feel about her now?
Better.
Like when you think of her.
I don't know how we are, if we're cool or not.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do know is I don't have the same like visceral reaction.
Yeah. My reaction right now is so visceral.
It hurts in your stomach.
It hurts in my stomach.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like in time, I know it's going to be fine. Like, I know, like, I don't want anything like crazy serious with her. Like, I know I'm leaving to go study abroad in Japan in like 6 or something months. Like, I know I'm not going to be here, and she's a senior, and I'm a junior. So when I come back, she'll be gone. So it's like it's not even anything like crazy, but
Are you having unprotected sex?
no unprotected sex after bad experiences.
Okay, that's good because I
Yeah.
feel like you fall in love.
Yeah.
That shit'll make you fall in love. Low key.
Yeah.
That shit is You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Like a little bit. Like, I was there once.
That's just I never had unprotected sex until like later
Mm-hmm.
in my life. So
It is really game changing.
yeah, it's like I guess different contraceptions besides condoms
Mm-hmm.
that can be somewhat safer,
Yeah.
but it's still you're not taking a risk of like having a baby, and
Mhm.
maybe you're not having a risk of like getting STDs,
Mm-hmm.
but you're taking a risk of falling in love.
That's really interesting.
That's
really
the
interesting
way I
concept.
see it.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Something you said
Yeah.
earlier was like resentment, and
Yeah.
I feel kind of like angry almost of like, you're wasting my time.
Yeah, I
Like-
get that.
Yeah. Like I feel like I could be talking to someone else who like will appreciate me more.
You should
But like
play the field.
I don't want to play the field in the sense that like
You like her a lot.
I like her a lot.
Damn,
and-
you're where I was at.
And I don't want to play the field and then she's like, "Hey." And then I'm like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have been playing the field."
Oh,
Cuz I don't really know exactly how she feels cuz like if I knew,
you need a fucking ultimatum or some shit.
yeah, but
But that's obviously not.
I feel like if I ultimatum
Something to
her,
do.
then it's like a definite no, you know?
Yeah,
Just because
that's
of the fact that
never
it's
a
an
move,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's like yeah, but it's at the stage, you know, when it's like you get a text and you're just like, yeah, and it's so like
Some fucking
like-
dopamine receptors
Yeah.
fucking fire off.
it's like I've been here before and I'm sure I'll be here again with like many other people. But in the moment, it's so
And that's
It's
all
so
that matters
taking.
is the moment.
it's so taking in the moment though. Like I'm sure I'll look back to this and I'll be like, ha ha ha.
But fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck the future, fuck the past. You're here right now and this is how you feel.
Yeah.
So that's what fucking matters. The present is the only time.
Yeah.
So, but I get you though, because it's jarring to be in that situation, but it's also a great situation to be in
Why?
because you have all this like psychic energy
Yeah.
going in a good place, which is another person that you care about. That's good. That's a productive fucking thing as a human being. Like that's
yeah, but I
But
don't know.
it's-
I feel like I'm pouring it in, and I feel like I'm pouring in like a lot of positive energy, and I'm just like not really
that can
receiving
happen too.
any return, and it's a little painful.
And that's why you're closing yourself off.
Yeah.
And that's healthy.
Yeah.
Because if she's not giving back what you're given on an equal level,
Yeah.
then there's no.
And it's like I know I'm taking all the right steps, but it's still so like like I feel like there like isn't like a right answer that's gonna make me like feel good about it. you
There's
know?
no cure all. That's
It's just like it's like being sick, you know? It's like when you're there in the moment being sick, it's like you can't just get better. You know, you kind of have to just like stick with it
and you
feel-
can think, I'll be better in a few months or in a week or whatever,
Mhm.
but you're still there here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You sick as a dog.
I'm sick as a dog right now. No, really.
Bruh.
Like I'm so
Wait, how long have you been seeing this person? Like overall total?
not even that long. Just
Okay.
like a month, I feel. And it's not even
You
like,
met a month ago?
like 2 months ago.
Okay, all right.
And it's not even like crazy serious. It's nothing like it's just like a see her like every
Do you?
like once or twice a week maybe. She's my next door neighbor though.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
one big thing that I left out is like we have a lot of similar friends.
Mm.
A lot of similar friends.
Do you fall in love easily?
Yeah, I crush pretty easily, I feel.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm relating to a lot of this, but if I like someone
Mm-hmm.
and we're having sex,
Yeah.
eventually I'm just gonna just really like them. Like
Yeah.
typically, unless there's big red flags or they do something that like gives me the ick.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part,
I feel like I put people on a pedestal too. Like even like
you're
like
projecting.
the icks come later. Honestly, when it's like,
Oh well,
or it's like I just overlook it.
putting them on a pedestal for how long until you get to actually know them?
I don't know. I don't know when the time expires, but I feel like a lot of my relationships are like, I really like someone and I kind of like ignore the red flags, and I kind of see them in this girl, but like the fact that she really sucks about talking about.
I'm
her
hearing
feelings.
some red flags here.
Yeah, and like,
But I get it.
like I know it's such a red flag that like she's really really awful about communicating, but like.
No,
you know,
no, I get it. I completely get it.
like it doesn't even matter to me in my head.
The older that I've gotten, the more I've been good at. It's almost like just inherently, I will not like someone if they're like red flags sometimes.
Yeah.
But like attraction is not something that is premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a feeling that appears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's not, it's like, it's harder than other things in life to like,
Control.
yeah, or be, yeah, to control for sure. And then to be kind of, to learn from mistakes maybe.
Yeah.
You can have these unconscious patterns and just keep doing them over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I feel like I have conscious patterns that I repeat almost.
Well, oh yeah? Has this something like this happened before?
I feel like I've like fallen for girls like this before. And it's like...
Dude. No, sorry. Continue your thought.
What were we going to say?
I was going to say, girls are so much fucking tougher than guys.
Yeah? Wait, in what sense?
We're sensitive, low-key.
Yeah.
Guys are more sensitive. At least you and I, in this conversation, are more sensitive than the girls that we like.
Yeah.
Typically.
I feel really sensitive.
I think that it's because guys don't cry about it. Girls get it all out. So, like, say that you and her never fucking saw each other again.
Mm-hmm.
She'd probably cry. I don't know if she'd cry.
I don't think I think if we never saw each other again, she would be like...
She'd be fine.
I feel like she's going to ghost me, and I feel like it's so rude. Like...
Have her to ghost you?
Yeah, just because, like... I feel like I've, like, plead with her just to be like, tell me, be real with me. Tell me how it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's just going to ghost me. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I told you, like, you can just tell me.
I'm the same way. I like to just, I'm like, give it to me straight. This last girl fucking did.
Yeah.
She was straight up with me.
Well, that's,
And I
like, really
respect that.
good. Like, I
It
so
was.
respect it.
It fucking hurt, but it was
No, but it's
some
just
harsh, some good medicine, you know?
like... Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good medicine.
Yeah.
It's so good. Because it's just like, I can move on now.
Yeah. Truth
Yeah.
hurts, truth heals.
What were we going to say, though? Oh, we were talking about guys being sensitive?
Oh, so yeah, I just feel like girls can purge emotionally better than we
Mhm.
can, so they can get over things a lot better. So that's why I say they're tougher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a girl after a breakup cries for like a week straight, and then they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Me, after a breakup, I'm having dreams like months after
Yeah.
about this fucking person,
And you're thinking about it.
and I'm thinking about this
Yeah.
fucking person, and it's like, I just think biologically girls are also like designed more to like be like, and guys too, I'm not saying this
Yeah.
like in a way where it's like, okay, let's go have another kid so that we can populate.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, oh, but guys too. That fucking, no, that doesn't make any sense.
I wasn't really following.
Yeah, scratch that thought. I don't know. Whenever people go into that shit, it's literally just like, whenever people go into like, well, biologically, it's always what the fuck they already believe, and then they use like
Mm-hmm.
evolution to like back it up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But that shit doesn't check out half the time. But I got my monkeypox vaccine.
What? They have a vaccine for that?
Yeah. Look at this shit. Do you see it? How it's raised right here?
That exists?
Yeah.
When did you get
You
that?
didn't know there was a vaccine for that shit?
When did you get it?
Yesterday?
What?
Yeah.
I just like after the second booster, it was like, or no, the booster. I like totally checked out for vaccines. I didn't.
How
even
many boosters do you have for COVID?
I think one. You can
I
get
got,
more
like-
now.
I've had 2.
Yeah, my mom was telling me the other day, like, go get the thing, and I was like, okay.
Have you gotten COVID?
No.
What the fuck?
Have you?
Yeah, I got it once.
You didn't have enough boosters. Then probably.
I actually hadn't.
Oh.
I hadn't gotten a booster. So I was working like technically in healthcare in a residential facility when
Mhm.
COVID first came out, I believe.
Yeah.
Or when the vaccine first came out. Because it took like, what, a year?
Oh, so you got it pretty early on.
So
then,
I
right?
got it, like, I was among the first people to get it.
Yeah.
So then that meant that I got my booster super early too.
Mm-hmm.
I got my booster, my first booster, I believe, right when I came down to school. So like a year and a half ago.
Nice.
So I caught COVID this past summer. And I hadn't had a booster since then. So it had been damn near a year since I'd had a booster. And then my homie came down from San Francisco. He stopped in SLO to hang out with the other homies.
Mm-hmm.
They all fucking... They went to like... I don't know, some raves and shit.
Yeah.
I just always tell people he went to a rave and then he came down. We were sleeping. Okay. During undergrad, we shared a fucking room.
Yeah.
So then I had the whole apartment. I was living at the apartments on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Had the whole room to myself. It was 2 fucking twin XL beds.
Yeah.
So like the old days were like, let's fucking sleep in the same room like the old days. You know what I mean? Even though there was another room
Yeah.
with beds too. But it just seemed weird to like have our own rooms, I guess. So he had COVID, and obviously I'm sleeping next to this dude with COVID. And I had been sick for a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I was coughing, then he starts coughing. We're like, oh shit, I gave him this shit, right?
No.
He brought that shit down.
That's
and then,
crazy.
Yeah, and then it was definitely Omicron, but I got sick for like 3 weeks.
Really?
Because
With
I was
COVID?
sick as shit. It was right after finals. So,
Yeah.
and my immune system was just compromised. And then I got that other sickness.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sick for a minute. Like, I was so sick that I cried watching King of the Hill.
No.
Yeah, do you know that show?
Yeah.
All right, do you know the characters?
Not really.
All right, Peggy's the mom.
Peggy's the mom.
She went to her fucking, like, mom's in, like, Montana, and her mom's this, like, super tough fucking, like, farm ranch motherfucker. And, like, isn't showing Peggy any love. And Peggy's just trying to, like, make her proud and shit. And it's, like, a hella, like... It was a jarring, like, episode. It was sad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started crying a little bit at that.
Uh-huh.
But I never fucking cried. That's how down bad I was.
I never get sick.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you never cry.
Oh, no, I cry.
Oh, that's good.
But, like, I think the last time I was sick was, like, freshman year of college.
Damn, that's amazing.
Or, like sick, I feel. Like, I get, like, little allergies, but, like, I can't remember the last time I was,
It's
like,
the
in
fucking-
bed sick. Like,
It's the snacks.
it's the snacks. Like, my immune system's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah. It's all processed. There's nothing in there.
Why do you think that is?
Why am I not sick?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not like. I have no clue. I don't think there's anything I do that's more than other people. Like, I'm not like washing my hands extra hard or anything.
And you go in places without a mask and shit, and you're just like chilling.
Yeah, I go around a lot.
See, yeah.
I go to concerts and things.
Damn.
My roommate's sick right now. He like. I don't know.
With
I don't know
what?
the deal. I don't know.
Monkeypox. Gotta be.
He's just. I'm gonna go get my vaccine. He's just. Well, he like never ever leaves his room, but he was like, "I'm sick."
Okay.
Yeah, but
Maybe he's not exposing himself to enough germs. So when the germs he does see, they hit him hard.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I kind of like want to be sick for a little bit, just like remember what it's like.
Well, you're mentally sick right now with this fucking
I
girl you're caught
am.
up over. So
No, but if I was physically sick, then I feel like I would be less mentally sick because you can only be so much sick.
Oh, really? Because when I got COVID and I was quarantining for a week straight,
Yeah.
I was sick mentally and I was sick
No.
fucking physically. I'm telling you, isolation like that, the demons come out.
They are demons in isolation.
Yeah, I start fucking plotting, bro. I'm plotting to take over the world.
How big is your room? I feel like that's like the biggest like thing. It's
Not
like,
big.
do you have a lot of space to go around?
I had the whole apartment to myself.
Like, how big is the apartment?
I mean, the living room and kitchen. It's like, it was a little bigger than this whole studio,
Okay.
the apartment. You've been to I was in Zapotec. Have you been to the Techs?
Yeah.
Those apartments?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not big, but they're not small.
Yeah.
They're like,
So I have an isolation story. So I don't think I have COVID. It's under my personal belief that I have not come into contact with the coronavirus.
well, you've come into contact. Your body just is strong.
Or like I don't think I've had COVID,
Yeah.
but I think I had a false positive, and I'll explain my theory.
All right.
So
You had a false positive.
I think it was a false positive.
Okay.
But I did test positive on a test. But so I had a friend group freshman year, and then it was the time when you had to go like test regularly. I'm pretty sure.
Paint a picture. How many people?
Maybe like I was hanging out with like 8 people,
Genders?
boys and girls.
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and girls.
Is this a Boys and Girls Club?
What do you mean a boys and girls club?
I'm just kidding. Do you know Boys and Girls Club?
No.
That's like a thing like YMCA. There's like YMCA, Boys and Girls Club. It's like an association.
I've never heard of it.
Look it up, bruh.
Okay, well, I will later. I'm recording my bit.
Yeah.
So me and my friend, only of 2 of like 8, like 1/4 of the party, we tested positive, and then the policy was like, you either went home or you like isolated in. It was Zura at the time for 10 days by yourself.
Wait, Zura's where?
It's near parking structure like 4, 3. It's like a freshman dorm.
Okay.
So my friend, she went home because she's from LA, and I couldn't go home because I'm from Davis. And she went home, and then she like immediately like took another test negative after testing positive, and I had no symptoms.
Were
So
you doing rapid tests or PCRs?
I think it was PCRs.
She tested negative on a PCR right after.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyway, and I had no symptoms either. So I was like, okay, I think I'm negative. But nonetheless, I did have to spend 10 days alone in a freshman dorm and like couldn't leave.
Damn.
And it was the longest 10 days of my life.
telling you.
I totally feel you about the demons.
Well, that's why solitary confinement is so fucked up.
Yeah, it's so fucked
'Cause
up.
I think people are realizing that with COVID. They're like, I couldn't go 10 days. They have some people in that motherfucker for like, and you can still do whatever the fuck you want in your house. In solitary confinement, you can't do shit.
No, I think it's like,
It's
you will go
torture.
insane. It is
It's
torture.
torture.
I think it's so torture.
It is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy to
No.
just be alone for eternity.
Yeah. Like
That's
think,
hell.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
So, do you
Anyway.
have any tidbits or stories
Oh,
from
I was just-
those 10 days?
It just was. I came out a different person. I feel.
In a bad way?
It felt like a month, honestly. Like I wasn't in contact with anyone, and then like I come out like 10 days later, and like all my friends are like, "Hey,
Yeah.
good to see you again."
I
And
know.
I was like,
They've just been doing
like I can
their
like
thing.
go things. Like, oh my god, it was literally insane.
You come out with a full
Yeah.
fucking beard.
I started watching One Piece there.
What's that?
It's like a pirate anime.
Oh shit.
It's really really long, but I started watching it there, and
You just take on the personality of like the main character in that. You just got no one to
Everybody.
talk to.
What else did I do?
I just called hella people on the phone mostly.
I should have done that. What did I do? I remember I came out and then like I immediately bleached my hair.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna do this.
How'd you do it?
This girl in my dorm, she was like, I'll bleach your hair, and she hella fucked it up, and I was like a ginger.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then somebody else bleached it blonde, and then Yeah, I finally just recently got back to like my all natural hair. Like I cut my hair like a month ago, and then before that there was like a bunch of like highlighted, dyed back to brown.
Why do you
Like,
think she
uses-
fucked it up?
I think she just didn't know what she was doing.
Okay.
I don't think it was intentional. I think she.
Oh no, I don't think I wasn't assuming that.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, don't you think it's just because you have dark hair, you have to bleach it a few times for it to fully go like blonde, or I don't know what you wanted it to be.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not
silver,
sure. I don't know
white.
if to use like toner or something, or I don't know the process. To be honest, I just trust her. She said she would do it. But yeah, alas.
Anything else you want to discuss?
Mm,
Well, we
yeah.
gotta respect the melon.
Yeah, this is a good melon.
Okay,
Or,
let's go over some fruits.
oh, okay. So like, what are your favorites?
All right, top 3.
Yeah.
I gotta say, damn, that's hard. I'm gonna do top 5.
You can
Mangoes,
just say ones you like.
blueberries.
Yeah.
I just tried to confine us into a box.
Mm-hmm.
That was wrong.
Favorites is really hard.
That wasn't
I
right.
think. I don't like the idea of favorites almost ever, because it's like there's too many
Yeah.
good things in any category to pick one above all the rest. Like favorite artist, favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite song. I think those are all so silly.
For those things, I get you. I guess for me, I could just say most common. I eat so many fucking apples.
Yeah.
Like, I eat like an apple at least a day.
Yeah.
Bananas lately too, because I feel like they help my like body heal.
I
and
love convenient
help my anxiety.
fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I make hella fucking smoothies. So that's why I say like mango, blueberry. I'm just saying the ones I eat often.
Yeah.
But when I lived in Africa, we used to eat mangoes off the fucking tree.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I want to make more smoothies.
Dog, I'll make you a smoothie.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love smoothies. Is
Come
it like,
true.
do I just need like a blender?
Yeah. And then I just go to Costco and buy like bulk frozen shit.
Nice.
But yeah, what about you? Fruits?
I feel like I eat bananas the most.
Yeah.
I really, really like the big package net of like the mandarin oranges. I
The
fuck
cuties.
with those. Yeah, they're like hit or miss though. That's the thing. Like they're either all terrible or
Sometimes
they're all like
They're
crack.
dried out inside.
Yeah.
Like they're dry as shit.
Yeah. Sometimes they're just not sweet, but sometimes they're literal crack, and I can eat like 100 of them back to back.
Bet. I get that.
Apples are good too. I can always like.
What type of apple?
I think Fuji.
Okay.
Fuji
I
knows.
used to be on Fuji.
What are you on now? Because I was in Trader Joe's the other day and I was like,
Honey
fuck,
Crisp. Honey Crisp.
Okay, I'll try it out.
It changes the game.
Because there's so many, and I feel
I know.
like I do Fuji because it's like my parents bought Fuji, but like
Dude, my dad used to eat Gala apples as a kid.
yeah, Are
Dog,
Gala-
those are disgusting.
yeah.
I can't even eat those now. I can't even look at those. When I see those in the store, I fucking throw them all on the ground. I spit on them all, bro.
Oh, wait, okay. Well, I'll go to like I was at Trader Joe's the other day and I was looking at all the apples and I was like, this is way too many apples. There's so many different kinds.
I know, there's a lot of options.
But I'll try Honey Crisp.
And Trader Joe's has really good Honey Crisp, and they're fucking fat. They're
Really?
huge.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
they're like a fucking softball.
I love like a little errand like that. Like
Oh yeah,
I'll be
me
on
too.
campus and I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
me too.
I'll go buy an apple.
A simple errand where you don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah.
is really
Or
nice.
just like going to the store to buy like a thing and you know where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. So good.
it's that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It's that soothing pattern where you
Yeah.
know it well. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I go to the store and I'm buying all this new shit and there's all these things I gotta remember, it's not as fun.
And it's just like an easy task. And I feel like completing tasks in itself is
Yeah.
like rewarding.
Do you make lists?
I love making lists. I'm
Mm.
really, really organized.
Nice.
I have like a really extensive Google Calendar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to do the same. It's like I'll make a lot of lists in terms of like what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to go, things like that. And then I will put hella Google Calendar stuff like
Mhm.
for all the activities I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I was just looking, there's like a SDSU ceramics thing.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was ceramics. Yeah, it was literally saying like, bring your own.
So you
scrub.
So you
Not
put in your
scrub.
Google Calendar like opportunities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like shit that
that's
I want to
cool.
do. Shit that I'm
That's really cool.
doing. Yeah.
I should do that more.
Yeah.
Because
What
I
do you
thi-
put in your calendar?
like the things I have to do.
Okay.
I like put an opportunity occasionally. Like there's things in there where it's like, oh, I might go to this. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's like things that I know I'm gonna do. But I really like that idea because I feel like I have so much like dead time where it's like,
Me too.
and I want less dead time.
I hate dead time.
Yeah.
That time is. I want it to be dead
like,
to me.
I don't. I don't want to waste time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I want to be less addicted to my phone.
That moving forward shit
yeah,
connects back to this.
yeah. Like,
where, yeah.
I feel very something since coming to college is that I feel like I've become really pragmatic, in the sense that I don't really enjoy the things that I used to do anymore that aren't really contributing to like some sort of greater self.
Yeah.
And that can be like really, really broad. Like reading a book is like, well, there's like things that I think can look mundane that I think are contributing to like a greater self. Like, let me try to think of one. Like, I think I enjoy video games less now because I feel like they don't really contribute to anything. It's just, it consumes time, and it's like fun entertainment to pass time, but it's not really making me like, or sometimes it depends on the video game. Like a competitive multiplayer match where it's just you repeat. Like that is less fun to me because it doesn't really serve any greater purpose. But
Yeah.
like, I can still play video games that are like have like a story in it because I feel like it adds to like my greater idea of like what a good video game is and like the art of all of that. But I feel like my actions now need to serve some sort of greater purpose, like, or not like greater purpose, but like greater self.
I definitely agree. I think when I hit 18 ish, around there, is when I started to feel that. Where it's like I'm trying to put all this energy that I can into me. And that me is just the me when there's no one around me and there's nothing that I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Say that one more time.
I'm trying to put energy into the me that's just me right here, right now.
Yeah.
Right? So if I buy some new fucking earrings that
Yeah.
are gold and I pay hella on them, I'm like, fuck it. I just put that energy into me. If I get a new tattoo, I just put money into myself.
Yeah. No, I love that too.
If I fucking go try to be social with people, I just learned how to interact with more types of people. My social skills, I probably learned something or other.
Yeah. And it
Reading
doesn't even
a book.
yeah. It can be so indirect. It could be like,
Yeah.
because like not every passage in a book you will remember, but it's like you might remember one of them that might have an effect on your life later, you know?
Yeah. Unconsciously, you remember
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So what inspired that? Because I used to play video games a lot as a kid too. What was that, a flip switch at some point, or did it just gradually develop?
Yeah, it almost feels like a flip switch. Like I don't know what the thing was, but I think at one point I just like I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like though it is like just like a switch that happened in the last like 2 or 3 years.
It's just growing up, I think.
Yeah, and
I think it happens to a lot of people.
yeah, it is strange to think about what caused it though. Like, was there some sort of thing?
For me,
Yeah,
so I am in recovery.
yeah.
Do you know what that means?
From
Drugs and alcohol.
yeah,
All right. So all throughout from like 16 to like 22, I was using like something or other, always, right? And it was always because it was like, well, I can push myself harder. I can get better at shit. I can achieve more things. Like there was always it's like, oh, I use this because I can talk to people better. I use this because I can work harder. I can focus better, whatever it was. But even back in the day, when I first started using as a youngin,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, it was still, oh God, what am I trying to say? That overlaid everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
From that age range. But for the whole time, I still felt like there was a shift in terms of me feeling like
Yeah.
what matters.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm compartmentalizing that. Like those are two different fucking timelines and two different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was just a natural evolution of my character, the same way that when you're a kid, you don't really think about other people as much, for example.
Yeah.
So I was a savage as a kid. I was kind of ruthless, like I
Mm-hmm.
was mean to people and shit like that. Like I was very much controlling. I'd force my will on people. When I got to a certain age, I felt like I just could like put myself in other people's shoes better.
Yeah.
And I'm learning some shit in like developmental child psychology right now, where it's like, yeah, you're literally, those parts of your brain and those fucking personality structures don't develop until a certain age. And I think what we're talking about right now
Yeah.
is also an age-based
Yeah.
thing.
I think so too. I really, and then just thinking about it more than, I feel like there's a realization around this age of like, at least in my circumstance, I feel like coming to terms with like the limited amount of time that I have. It's like,
Morality.
oh, it's like I have to do this. Like now, if I want to like end up where I want to be, I guess. And it's like,
Purpose.
yeah. So, and there's people I admire and I want to be more like them. And it's like,
And they do those sorts of things
yeah.
where they're putting energy into themselves a lot.
Yeah.
Who are some examples of that?
Well, I feel like everybody like has their own little thing and I want to emulate it.
Everyone has a little sliver of like,
and I want to like
I
just
fuck with that.
take it all.
Yeah, and that's really good to do.
Little plagiarist kind of.
Yeah, I mean, just inspiration from people
Yeah.
and being like, and yeah, and also acknowledging in those people being like, hey, I really like this about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times people don't really like, I love it when someone acknowledges something like that, where they're like, wow, this is sick. Like,
Yeah.
and then when I acknowledge that in others, it's easier for me to like not feel like a fucking fraud when I do try to copy it.
yeah.
It's like when you're a kid and you get pissed off because someone copies you, but then some adults like they just copy you because they like you.
Yeah.
And they want to be like you. And we're saying that shit right now where it's like, that's okay.
No, I feel like I'm so conscious of it too. Like I'm so like, yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
I am so deliberately copying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we just talking about a few seconds ago?
Favorite foods.
Oh, what were we talking about like a minute ago? Like a straight minute. How did we go into that? Oh, you were saying you wanted to be deliberate about. No, you were trying to put energy back into yourself.
Yeah.
I guess I had an idea I wanted to express regarding that. It's like you get older, you realize your time is limited,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're a kid, you feel like you got all the time in the world. You
Yeah.
never think you're gonna fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
You do start to come to terms with it towards like, I don't know, everyone's different, but like you deal with that in childhood, right? Like Disney
Yeah.
movies and shit
Yeah.
like that's all trying to like get
Impart
kids to
upon
understand
you.
these parts of life. But then when you're like 16, 17,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's when I play video games the most, right?
Yeah.
I'm just feeling like I have so much fucking time because I'm
Yeah.
in high school. You do have a lot of time. And I'm just also feeling like I'm young as fuck.
Yeah.
But now we're like, oh, like, do you have people, like friends of yours who've died?
I don't actually.
I got
something
like
really
a
haven't done with.
handful of fucking people I know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit, like time is, I only got right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's another.
For me, it's more
reason.
of so, like, I don't want to reach a certain age where it's too late and there's a bunch of things that I wish I had started earlier. And
That
then,
too.
like, And I think that could come just not even by the fact that I'm old and physically incapable, but by the fact that like I am so set in like I have a job and like I can't move. And like
when you're working a 9 to 5.
Yeah, when I got my little 9 to 5 and
Yeah.
like it's like, and I don't know if my life will lead me there, but if it does, and it's like I do have a 9 to 5 and I have like a family and like I will be locked down. And then if
even just having, say, a pet, if you ever
yeah,
want to get a
yeah,
pet,
yeah.
a serious relationship,
Mm-hmm.
all of these things, you're in the most probably like free time you're going to be in.
Yeah.
With unstructured time too for a while. So I think it's a really great step you're taking to dive into these kind of like habits,
Mm-hmm.
developing good habits and hobbies. Because that's for me during undergrad.
Yeah.
I was using a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had really good social. Like I had a lot of good friends and like a lot of cool people in my life. I played a lot of soccer. That's really it.
Yeah.
Like I did fun shit with people like on a, like just generally, and there were other things I like to like do, but mostly my life was school, sports, and social life.
What would you do differently?
Well, that's the thing. What I'm doing now, basically, which is I'm doing hella shit. I play soccer once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Through a city league. I go play volleyball on the weekends sometimes over in Mission Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I have a judo class that I do regularly every week. I have a yoga class I do every week. What else? I'm doing this KCR.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm doing the live show. I try to edit some videos,
Mm-hmm.
put some stuff on the YouTube. Damn, there's a few other little ones. I joined one club where it's like an art club.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to join the social worker club.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's like that unstructured time. I try to fill the unstructured time better. I'll like go pick up soccer. What else? Everything that I thought, this would be cool to do,
Mm-hmm.
I at least tried it out.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in undergrad, I didn't as much just because I was like, this is never going to bring me as much joy as isolation and just having these drugs.
But did you still have those thoughts of like, these are things that I want to try out then?
I don't know. It wasn't. I was in such a different mindset
Mm-hmm.
where I was like, any free time that I have, I am going to fucking extract the most fun out of it I can
Mm-hmm.
in a very self-centered, selfish way. Where it was like, if there's this person that I like, they're coming second. Because if I can feel fucking better through substances, you come second.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing came first besides just feeling good. Nowadays, it's not like that. Because when you have purpose and you're trying to like get towards a goal or like develop yourself and work on things, you don't put comfort first. And I think that's what's so fucking important.
That's really
about doing new shit, because you step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. That's a good little phrase.
Yeah, because
right
I came down here, my first fucking semester last year, I took a bowling class and a surfing class.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't particularly good at bowling. I'm still not.
I'm terrible at bowling.
I do a bowling league.
I'm so bad at bowling. Like I'm like I took a bowling class last semester too. I took the beginner one with
You're
Coach
joking.
Ken.
Yeah, Ken's that man is like
He really loves
strict.
it.
He fucking loves bowling.
He loves bowling.
He has a rigidity to him that is very unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's nice though. He's a cool guy. Like
Yeah.
he's teaching fucking like 10 classes a week.
No, yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
Like that's his
he loves
full
it.
job.
He loves it.
He's dedicated to the craft.
I feel like I never got better at bowling though.
Me neither.
I just kind of showed it and I threw the ball and it never listened.
Everyone I talked to was like, I got worse from it. I did. I do worse now than I did before. because I'm in my head and I think of all the ways you can throw it.
I wasn't even listening to him. I just showed up and I threw the ball with my friends.
Did you meet fools in there?
Huh?
Were there
I made
cool
people take the class with me.
Okay, cool.
I was like, guys, we got to take bowling. And then I
Right.
got like 3 people to do it.
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun. During my undergrad, I actually did that with a volleyball class.
Mm-hmm.
I got some of the homies and we all like went and did a volleyball class. I took some cool ass classes during my undergrad actually.
That's cool.
There was one where it was literally a mushroom foraging class.
Really?
Because UC Santa Cruz
It's in the
is in the
woods.
redwoods.
Yeah. No, it's
So
I
during
think,
winter.
like when I toured there, it's so wild that like now where I would choose to go to college is totally different, I feel, from like where I wanted to go to college like when I was a senior in high school. Like I don't think I would pick SDSU. I think
Why do you think it changed?
I don't know, just like my overall I feel like I found myself almost. I was
Okay.
just kind of like someone, and then I really got specific down with like what I like and what I want.
So what's a college that would have your vibe? That or
I like UC
whatever
Santa
you're saying?
Cruz.
Yeah.
I feel like one big thing is that I like UCSD more than SDSU now, which is like I feel like that's a little bit of a hot take.
Why?
It's very like the campus looks a little like it's the architecture. Have you been over there?
I love the architecture over there.
I love it too.
It's nice.
But I feel like it's not really appreciated almost. San Diego State is so like bright and sunny, and it's not as bright
Oh.
and sunny over there, I feel.
Well, no, it's on the coast.
Yeah.
I like that vibe though.
I like that vibe a little bit more than
The
SDSU.
marine layer.
And like also I feel like SDSU isn't super like my crowd of people. Not that I can't find friends here.
I get you. It's more diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Then,
yeah,
like-
yeah. Just like they're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I found in Santa Cruz, and I was gonna say, what time did you wake up this morning?
8 a.m.
Did you see the fog?
I did.
It was wild.
It was wild.
That
I
was-
haven't thought about that, and I probably wouldn't have ever thought about that unless you said that.
That was how it was at
It
Santa
was
Cruz
so
all the time.
foggy this morning.
It was the foggiest I've seen it here.
I don't think I would have ever thought about that ever again unless you just said that.
I've only seen it that foggy here maybe once.
Yeah. No, I was up earlier, but like I feel like I wake up. I feel like I don't like sleep through the night. Like I feel like I woke
Oh,
up
really?
at like 5 a.m. At least since I moved to my new place.
To do what?
I don't know why. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and then I just like stayed in bed and fell back asleep. But I was up for
How
like
long?
30 minutes maybe.
Damn. That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like.
Did you look on your phone or were you literally just laying there?
I think I was just laying there.
Oh, wow.
I
Does that happen to you a lot?
Yeah. Ever since I moved
Damn.
to this new room. I don't know if it's like
That
the
is so
light that wakes
interesting.
me up or something. 'Cause
Could it be noise?
No, I don't think it's noise.
Maybe your roommate's coming in there and yelling and then
You go,
running back. Yeah, exactly.
"Ah," dude leaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is. But it was so foggy. And that's what UC Santa Cruz was like?
There's a marine layer almost every single morning.
Wow.
Yeah, and it
That's
rolls
so
up onto
cool.
the hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in La Jolla, you're getting that shit every day mostly.
I think I just like appreciate like the weather a little bit more. Like I like where I'm from, it's not like sunny all the time. And it's like I know I'm supposed to appreciate it, I feel, but I feel
What's
like
the weather like in Davis?
it gets like well, it gets hotter than it does here, but it also gets a lot colder than it does here.
Mm.
It's just more extremities, I guess.
Okay.
It's like it's a little bit more rainier, more cloudier.
It's, yeah, a lot of places are rainier than here.
Yeah, and
It
it's
doesn't rain very much in San
like
Diego.
I really miss that. Wait, where are you from originally?
My parents are from Palo Alto.
Toronto.
Moved to Tucson when I was like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Lived there until I was like, then I went to Central Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to Tucson, Lebanon, 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
end of high school. Applied from Lebanon, went straight to Santa Cruz, lived there for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm here.
Now you're here. Which place did you like the most?
Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz?
Yeah, yeah. Best weather. best people, smallest, a lot of community.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it when I first got there.
Yeah.
Such a just so much
When
novelty.
I toured there, and I did not want to go there at all. Like when I was a senior in high school, but I would totally, absolutely apply there. No.
Why do you think you didn't like it at the time?
I think I wanted things to happen to me, and I didn't get the vibe that they would happen to me there.
Like what?
I don't know, just like
Trying to get a blowjob? Is that what? I don't know what you're talking about.
like
Specify. I'm interested.
it's like in the woods, you know? I feel like
It felt tucked away?
yeah, I felt a little tucked away, and I feel like I'd already been tucked away like all my life.
Okay. I totally get that.
And
It's
it's like-
a similar vibe to what you're describing back home, where it's like small town vibe.
But I'd really totally be down to be tucked away again.
Well, yeah, you came here and it was a foil
Yeah.
experience to reveal what you actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like having access to all these things. I like how there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to be somewhere where it's a little bit more pretty too. I feel like I like aesthetics a
Yeah.
lot more. Like that wasn't something that really came to me until college. Like
Mhm.
I feel like they were always there, but like I didn't really like get it until much later.
I
But,
completely get that.
yeah.
That makes sense. So I have a class here in this building tomorrow
Mhm.
at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I have 2 classes tomorrow, 3 hours each, right?
Yeah.
My classes are long. I wanted to fucking email the teacher and just be like, hey, I have a doctor's appointment, or I have an appointment or something like that, and just be like, I'm going to be an hour late. Because sometimes I just roll into that class an hour late, but I think she takes attendance, and I don't know if she's giving me attendance for coming for 2/3 of the class.
Yeah.
But,
No, but
to
like,
be honest,
3 hours in Landon Hall is like, it's really tough.
oh yeah,
It's already like a prison here.
I know.
I don't know. I don't think the 3 hour classes should exist.
I know.
Personally.
Do you have any?
Yeah, they're awful.
Damn,
It's like,
once a week?
yeah, it's like who can tolerate those?
Yeah, we need at least 4 breaks.
Yeah.
3? Okay.
I just feel like they're just not conducive to learning. Like,
No,
you
you
can't
get
pay
so
attention for that
tired.
long.
I just draw the whole fucking time. I'm
Yeah.
not doing much.
No, I have finance for 3 hours,
Jeez.
and it's like nitty gritty like financial terminology. It's just like
I'm telling you, if there was like a building here that used to be like a psych ward, it's
It's
fucking
this
Landon
one.
Hall.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy. I've had so many classes here, and I feel like I'm gonna have so many classes here in the future.
Really?
Like all the business ones are here.
Oh. Mine
I-
are all in Hepner Hall because I think that's where the social work department is.
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's nice.
I think.
Except for all you fools coming down doing the tours,
Yeah.
being hella loud.
Well, I might give tour tomorrow. But.
What time?
I'm supposed to be Thursday like 10 to like 11:30,
Okay.
but not everyone goes out because there's not enough people. Like there's like every single day there's 2 tour times, and then there's like 5-ish people assigned to those tour times, roughly 5 like Red Polo ambassadors. And then like during the busy ones, like usually all 5 of them will go out and give a tour, but right now it's just like one person.
Okay.
So I really haven't given many this semester.
What do you make?
It's 16.
Okay.
And it's not like a full-time job, like,
Yeah.
or it's not like even a part-time job. It's like a few hours a week, maybe. Like I think I log a little bit more because I'm in the leadership exec board thing.
Do you do anything else for money?
I'm trying to get a job. I interviewed at Pete's Coffee.
Okay. That'd be sick. I
and-
don't like coffee places, but I fuck with Pete's.
I fuck with Pete's too.
2 of my closest homies work at fucking Starbucks.
I used to work at Starbucks.
Okay.
And
Can have a little rivalry going.
yeah, I don't really like Starbucks.
Fuck Starbucks.
Yeah, fuck Starbucks. Like,
Let's be just honest.
yeah, like I worked there for a year, and it was just like it was the first job where I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
Like all the other jobs I had, it was like, okay, well I gotta go to college now, or like blah blah blah. But I was like, fuck, I have to leave. I have to quit.
those are the jobs that'll make you like motivated to do good in school. Like when you're doing your homework late at night and you're just tired as shit. Like me tomorrow morning, waking up for this 8 a.m. if I actually do wake up in time.
Yeah.
I got to think back to those tough jobs and be like, okay, let me get a fucking education so I can empower myself and make good money. You know?
Well, but I hear back, it's a huge week for me, honestly, I feel, because I hear back. Sickness. Well, I'll get to that. Is I hear about the university I go to in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
B, I hear if I get the job at Pizza's Coffee. C, I feel like it's really coming down to if this girl is, if it's down or not. And I feel like I'll find out within this week.
Okay.
Actually, I'm planning to take shrooms with my friend on Friday.
Okay.
So many, like...
What are y'all going to do?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
But we both done them before.
Okay.
I haven't done them with her, but we both done them before. So, and I feel like she's not someone who would like really flip out over anything. So we'll just do whatever. But anyway, this could all potentially fall in one day, which would be crazy.
Yeah. Like, what if you're peeking on the shrooms?
Yeah. And then I get the call from Pete's. I get the call from the university.
Yeah.
The girl is like, I don't want to see you. That would be insane. Yeah, lots happening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Serving it up.
That's
good.
Are
you excited about it?
Which? The shrooms?
Just everything. I had a dream about shrooms recently.
Really?
I had a dream where I fucking took like maybe 5 grams.
Yeah.
And it was these fat fucking long ass ones, right? So I was like, these work. Like they looked really good.
Yeah.
And then I just was not feeling it.
Really?
It never fucking hit, and I kept taking more. I think that's actually an example of me, like, feeling, it's what it is to me is, like, I'm trying to do more to feel better in my life. Like, I'm like, if I put in more effort or if I do more of this, that, or the other, things will be good, and I'll be fulfilled. Because I always feel like something outside of me is going to make me fulfilled and make me feel like, finally everything's good.
Yeah. And that like dream is a metaphor of that?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the fucking addict mentality that I have though. Where it's like some shit's gonna finally make things be good.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's hard because I feel like you want to keep pushing to find like things that are fulfilling. But at some point you have to be content with where you are and like come to terms with it all.
Yeah. Gratitude's big on that.
Yeah.
Just being grateful for where you are right now.
Yeah.
But what do you normally do when you trip? Listen to music?
Yeah, honestly, whatever. Like, I haven't taken, like, huge dosages.
Climetry. How much are you going to do?
Probably, like, 1.5, 2, something like that.
Go 3.5.
I don't want to, like, have any, like, revelations, though.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know,
true.
like...
You're not trying to shake up your whole reality.
Yeah, like...
That's understandable. Because, like, sometimes when you do, I feel like the next few days... you go through a lot because your ego is trying to like get back strong identity.
Yeah.
Because you lose all this identity.
I really want to at some. I feel like I have to at some point.
Just be in a really good place in your life and don't have much like. The thing is, you got to return to fucking school Monday.
Yeah.
You have responsibilities. You have Pete's potentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got Pete's potentially where you might be having to make someone a coffee.
Yeah.
If you don't know who the fuck you are, how are you gonna make that? Like, you got responsibilities.
But I've done like small amounts, like 1.5 before, and felt like just like great on that. Honestly, like, and I'll still have like an overarching thought of the trip that sticks with me, so I feel like it's beneficial. Like,
that almost seems like you're doing it kind of like as like kind of an antidepressant or maybe like just kind of clarity type.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do it because I feel like it's good for me almost.
Yeah.
Like,
clear your mind up. What mushrooms do is they bring you into the fucking like all up until you peak,
Mm-hmm.
and I think most psychedelics do this, they bring you more and more into the moment.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
so
you physically feel very in the moment, too.
mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, yeah.
My
Yeah.
body feels so great, though. I feel so, like, empowered. Like, honestly, like, shrooms are one of the things that, like, kind of made me, like, one of my big overarching thoughts with the trip, which I've been kind of telling you about today, is, like, the desire to be, like, a healthy body was... Because on shrooms, I felt so good within my own body and so powerful that it was thinking like, oh, like I should like, and it's like my body is a vessel that I want to take care of, and it being not something separate from my own mind.
What's a time in your life where you felt that strong? Or what are examples of like things you can do to get there?
Well, I think just if I work out and
Okay.
I'm healthy, just like being in awe of your own like kind of physical like capabilities. Like, do
Okay.
you ever like feel like really good when you run? Like you feel very like capable.
Yeah.
Like, but it's
You're
not
like, I know what you mean. You're like, I'm pushing my body to the full potential that it has.
yeah, and you just feel great, and I just want to feel like that. Like, I just want to feel powerful within my own body. Like it's a good vessel.
So, yeah, when I was like, there have been times when I was in really good shape,
Mhm.
and I feel like I can navigate my everyday life better.
Yeah.
The latest thing is through the yoga class I've been learning to maintain better posture,
Yeah.
and that just overall makes me feel like, yeah, it just makes me feel like I can breathe better.
Yeah.
I feel more confident, even if it's not like a mental thing. It's like if I'm holding myself a certain way, people are treating me a certain way,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking of
that's so
myself in a
interesting.
certain way too.
Yeah.
It's like
Wow.
it's like if you wear a hoodie everywhere,
Yeah.
you're closed off to the world.
Yeah, it's a
Even
totally
it's like-
different vibe.
Yeah, it's like you just have a hoodie on. Nothing's fucking different about you,
Mm-hmm.
but you're thinking of yourself differently, maybe, or other people are just treating
Yeah.
you differently,
Yeah,
and then
totally,
you're acting differently. So,
Like, I feel like I wear hoodies on days where it's like I don't really want to talk to people.
yeah.
You know? Oh wow, that's really interesting. That's really interesting.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's because, like, I have this kind of part of me who feels where I feel like a grimy type of, like, just, like, dregs of society.
Yeah.
I just feel like that.
Sometimes.
There's a part of me.
Or there's a part of you?
There's just a part of me that feels completely alienated and not part of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that stems back to.
Mm-hmm.
A part of it is, like, I never really, like, vibed with the typical just, like, American kid who like was only understood American culture and only liked,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think being exposed to like more culture or just liking variety in people,
Yeah.
not like this homogenous kind of like, there's a very homogenous fucking like prototype
Yeah,
here,
totally.
which I feel like I love those people and I want them the best for them, but I can't always relate to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so I guess that's what I was going back to, where I feel alienated sometimes in a lot of situations where I just don't feel part of, and I feel like I can't be part of. And what is that going back to? I don't know. We were talking about the posture, then I went into that, but yeah,
Hoodie.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Feeling healthy. What are some things?
What do you mean?
Like, what are some changes or just some
I just like
ways?
Eating good.
So what are you eating?
Well, not good.
But you got to be
like
more specific.
Snacks and stuff. Like I just want to eat like something more nutritious and like filling and like eating
It takes
at the right
more
times.
time.
Yeah,
Way more time.
it takes a lot of effort too.
A lot.
Yeah.
My homie, his name is Kellen. He's vegan
Mm-hmm.
and he lives up in the city, and he like eats really well. Like he meal preps all the time.
Yeah.
right? So he'll just make a big ass thing of curry,
Mm-hmm.
make hella fucking rice, and just eat that for like a week.
Yeah.
So it's honestly the only way to get around that effort is to make bulk.
Yeah, I was meal prepping too. I feel like a lot of it is like my own kind of like I share a kitchen,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's I feel like if I have my own kitchen, I feel like I'll be more inclined to. I really, really want to live alone.
Really?
Like, and it's not that.
Just with you.
Yeah, and it's like I like my roommates a lot, and I have no problems with them.
Have you lived alone before?
No, actually, I had a dorm to myself because my roommate moved out one time.
Oh, me too.
But not really. I haven't really lived alone.
Yeah, it can be a little bit isolating to not have anyone to process the day with.
Yeah.
But I've only been in those situations when I had like a girlfriend or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can process the day with them. But to live just by yourself, it can be a little isolating.
In what sense?
I mean, you and I feel like both like to process what we're going through talking.
Yeah.
And so if you're not like really putting in that effort to like stay in contact and talk with people and you're living by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you might start to get that COVID isolation.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling that at certain points last year. So I lived in an apartment with one of the roommates that I have now, but this roommate is like stays in his room all day, kind of plays video games all day. Like there are multiple days like this year and last year that like I wouldn't even see him like leave his room, or like we just like wouldn't run into each other. So it was only me and him living in an apartment for half of freshman year, all of sophomore year, and all of the summers. So the summer between those and the summer up until the start of this year. So it was like a little bit like living alone. Like it was like his physical presence was still there in the sense of like he had dishes.
It was just you two?
It was just us two.
But wasn't that good to just have someone just existing there? Or no? I guess he wasn't really existing sometimes.
Yeah, and he's kind of closed off in the sense that like
you don't really talk about what's going on.
He doesn't
with you.
like want to super be approached. Not that we are not like friends.
Yeah.
But kind of just like the don't bother me kind of deal.
I gotta pee.
Should we? What time is it?
Want to wrap it up, or I'm gonna pause it really quick though.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll just start recording from here.
Okay.
So just like a little bit, yeah.
Amazing.
Is it recording? Hello.
Yeah, it's working. How did you do that? What did you press?
I pressed the red circle.
That's all?
Yeah, it's the record button.
I swear to God, I was pressing that.
Oh. Maybe I pressed to like the
I think you pressed something in between.
Like,
or maybe you pulled it back to where it needed to be. I don't know.
Yeah. I just put it at the end.
So, all right, I'll tell you this story.
Okay.
So I was outside over there,
Mm-hmm.
like right outside that door,
Yeah.
and I started peeing.
Wait, like outside?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I had to go so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, this elevator's not working. Someone then was coming, because you know how it kind of like connects to that parking structure, and there's that bridge.
Yeah.
Someone was like walking down those stairs, so I fucking held it in. Zipped my pants back.
Oh, that's the worst.
Exactly, hurt.
Yeah.
Ran back over to the fucking elevator, went to floor 2. Couldn't get into anywhere, right?
Dang.
Couldn't get into any bathrooms. so then I went outside over to into the brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking.
Yeah, I had a
And
similar
then I
experience
was-
in my youth. I was in Sacramento and I was in this alleyway, and this alleyway was like somebody else. It was somebody's alleyway apparently, and then I was peeing and he made me stop.
He made you stop.
And I got in a fight with this man.
How old was this god?
He was like an old dude.
This dog. I said god. He was
Like
not
what a jerk,
god.
right? Like
yeah.
just let me pee.
He was a dog.
He was a dog.
Dirty fucking dog. Dirty
Yeah.
old bugger.
Just let a boy piss.
We're eating melon now. Living the good life.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What type of melon is this?
I don't know. We should
It
find
was
out.
smaller than the other ones. Like there were two varieties, and this was the smaller variety. But I feel like it's more jam packed with sweetness.
I'm not forgetting what that guy said about like he knew like the cashier, and he seemed so like yeah, the melon.
That this was a good one, or just that melons are good.
No, he was like, I think he was talking about like this batch of melons.
He's like, that's a fucking good batch of melons.
Like he's been hearing about him like lately or something, you know?
Okay, that makes sense. Working at Trader Joe's, you either love talking to people or you fucking hate it. Because those guys,
Yeah.
I can tell when it's the beginning of their shift and when it's not.
Yeah.
Because everyone tries to talk to people who work at Trader Joe's. You go to fucking Vaughn's, you go to Safeway, no one fucking tries to talk to you.
Yeah, they leave you alone.
You just, Trader Joe's for some reason.
Well, it might be
it's
part
like
of it might be part of their
Dr.
job.
Joe's.
Like at Starbucks, like if you were in the window, they get mad at you if you're not making connections.
Really?
Yeah, like you have to talk to them, or you're supposed to. I applied for Trader Joe's. I didn't even get an interview. So well, I applied to that one.
I got a homie who works there.
At that
One.
that one.
Maybe he's got it in.
Yeah, I don't know who the
You
F
should-
know. Well,
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll introduce you.
hear about Pete's first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
How
money
far
for
is
like
Pete's?
it's in Hillcrest,
Okay.
but
There's a lot of money in Pete's.
there's a lot of money in coffee because like with electronic tips, if it's a popular coffee shop,
That's true.
You can make like
I always leave
$6.
an electronic tip.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
like $5 to
You're
$6
just like, I might as well.
extra an hour. It'd
Yeah.
be a lot.
Yeah, no, true. I feel
Yeah.
like you could even get more than that.
No, definitely.
But
Like my friend, he works at Copa Vida Coffee, which is on UCSD campus. And
Okay.
during the school year, when it's like hustling bustling, he said he makes like 24 an hour, which is like really good for like a coffee job, especially like a part time. Like I made $15.75 at Starbucks.
mm-hmm.
That's where I met
Dude.
him. He made $15.75 at Starbucks, and then he went to another coffee shop and made $10 more an hour.
Was it like a local one?
Yeah, it was just like a little one on campus.
Those are better.
Yeah, they're so much better. I love coffee.
I'm more inclined to tip at a place like that's local and small.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I just think that it's going towards like supporting a place
Mm-hmm.
that's mom and pop more
Yeah.
than like Starbucks, this huge fucking chain.
Yeah, I don't care about them.
Yeah.
Do you like coffee?
I don't drink coffee
What,
at
like,
all.
At all?
Here's the thing. It just makes my back fucking sore. And I feel like I don't need it because I'm already so fucking determined mentally
Yeah.
that I'm like, I don't need to wake up. Like I'm already, if anything,
Yeah.
I need to chill. Like I'm hyping myself up all the time. Like coffee's just going to make me way too hype.
I don't even drink it for the caffeine, I feel. I just
Taste.
yeah, I really like the taste, and I really like going out to coffee shops.
Oh, I love going to coffee shops, but I'll just like get like some sparkling water or some shit.
Nice. Oh, that's
But,
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Which ones do you like to go to? Everyone, I'm going to tell you, that is the most like common like thing that girls tell me. They're like, I love exploring new coffee shops.
No, I'm that girl. I love
That's amazing. No, I say that it's a common thing to say, but because it's a cool thing to do. Not
Yeah.
because I'm shitting on people.
I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I don't meet girls that go to coffee shops though. I feel like I'm always like
I'm going to hook you up with these people that I'm
Please
talking
do.
to. Straight
Yeah.
up. You already got that shared interest. Now it's recording again. I have no idea what was going on. Oh, you know what? I fucked up. My bad.
You fucked up.
I pressed the space button
Oh.
when I literally put a piece of melon down on the space button.
That happens. Okay, wait, what were you saying?
This melon has run this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing people say, oh, I like to explore coffee shops. I don't think people think that's unique.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't want to feel like I'm sending on this. Like, this is all positive. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, I love exploring new tiny towns or tiny cities and just going there for a day trip."
Yeah.
I meet a lot of people who say that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, just a random ass tiny place, you know?
Yeah.
And I see the appeal, but I feel like people like say that shit like, I'm the only one who does this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
You're not the only one. I know XYZ. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, to me, it kind of would be. I feel like I haven't met like a lot of tiny town people yet.
That's why I think it is. It's like unique enough that like people don't hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But I've heard it before.
Yeah.
You're not
You're not
first.
special. You're not
It's
special.
not my first rodeo.
What are your favorite coffee shops here? Before I say mine.
I literally go to the living room, and I've been to others just like once. I've never been consistently to others.
I don't really like the living room that much, but my roommate, she works there.
Oh yeah.
So, and I would always, it's one of the ones, there's 3 of them that are close to SDSU.
Okay.
Living room is one of them. And I
Okay.
feel like I hear people talk about living room a lot, and
What does she look like?
She's kind of tall and skinny. She just
Okay.
started working there recently.
What else?
I don't think living room is that good, but I can't really bash its name in our house
Okay.
because she works there.
I think you can. You should antagonize her.
Yeah.
She
No,
doesn't own it. She doesn't have stock in it.
She's the owner, and she has. They just went public. Altrea and Scrimshaw are also near SDSU. They're better than living room, but they're not like amazing.
Scrimshaw, is that on El Cajon?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know that one. I've never heard of Altria though.
Altrea is kind of like hippie. Yeah, they have
Hippie
hippie vibes.
Bruh, so I have this homie.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Dog. He thinks he's like Santa Cruz. Or sorry. He's like San Diego has such a hippie vibe.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, compared to Philly, maybe.
Yeah.
But I do not see that out here.
You have to go to Ocean Beach on Wednesday.
Oh no, I fuck with Ocean Beach.
Yeah.
That does.
I feel like, but I feel like there isn't like that's the only hippie vibe though.
He's not out there though.
He's not out there.
He's out here and fucking. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have not noticed a hippie vibe here.
Yeah.
But,
no, I agree. What
Coffee
is-
places.
I really like Public Square. Have you been there?
You're really out here. You're really out here seeing these places now.
Where have you been? Do you have a favorite?
Dude.
Or you just go to random one every time?
No, I don't go to them that much.
No.
Because the only reason why, I'm sketched on COVID.
Oh yeah.
So I try to sit outside in places.
Mm-hmm.
I also am a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I don't like places with a lot of people in a confined space.
Mm.
And that's pre-COVID too.
Yeah.
A little bit anxiety maybe, but also just feeling like germs maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it.
So if a place has an outside,
Public
I'm
Square is an
very open to
outside,
it. Yeah.
and nobody
I'm
ever
like-
sits the outside. Everyone's always inside.
Cool. There's always seating. And I like to go at night to a coffee spot.
Yeah. That's the big thing is that most coffee shops aren't open that late.
And that's why the living room's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's this one called Cafe Bassam. That's cool. It's open pretty late, and the owner's Bassam. And he wears this big hat.
His
all the
name's
time.
Bassam?
His name's Bassam.
Is he like Lebanese or something?
I don't know.
That's
Bassam.
Yeah, that's like a Lebanese name. Or like
He's always
a
there though.
Arabic name.
He has this big hat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can go talk to Bassam.
Where is that? University?
It's near Balboa Park.
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
What's the favorite pastime?
Of mine?
Yeah.
I really like playing guitar.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I think you might have mentioned that.
Like, it feels more or less like I'm making art, and more of just like I like tactile things.
Oh, cool.
It's fun to play, like just random chords. Like it doesn't even have to sound great. And it's like I want to make cool sounding stuff. But it's more of just like, it's very satisfying. Same as like typing a keyboard really fast is pretty satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm at the point with that where I can just like do stuff, and I'm just like.
And the precision of it is fun too.
Yeah.
Trying to get it just right. That's how my friend would describe mountain biking.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked to drive his car fucking fast too.
Yeah.
Like he'd be whipping it through the fucking mountains in Santa Cruz, like that swerve.
Yeah.
Hella. Going like 30 over.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really fucking dangerous. But he's like, he likes, and he's like in a stick shift, like, what's it called? Rear
Mm-hmm.
wheel drive. And I was like, why do you like to do that? That's fucking scary. He's like, I like the precision of it to where you have to fucking be perfect.
Yeah.
And he's like, in mountain biking, it's the same thing because you'll wipe out. So
Wow.
I don't know if that kind of related to what you're saying, but felt like
Not
it
in
did at
the
time.
same like life or death kind of.
I know his shit is kind of like. Yeah,
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's not a gun to your head, like you gotta play
You
this
have to
riff
play this note.
perfectly.
What are your pastimes?
As of late, drawing on my iPad.
I love drawing on an iPad.
Do you have an iPad?
No, but like
Oh shit, you can draw on mine sometime.
people that have them with the Apple with a pen. Do you like Procreate?
I use a different app called Sketchbook.
Yeah.
Because Procreate you have to pay for it, but it's
Oh.
basically the same exact thing.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I just love the. It feels so easy almost.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know what it is about it.
Bro, so all right, so I was talking to one of these girls when it was like the Koipan thing, and
Mm-hmm.
when we had connected,
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, you have to see this thing. It's like," she was like, "Oh," I was like, "What do you do?" She was like, "Oh, I'm in this frat." I'm like, "You're in a frat? What do you mean?"
It's a business one.
She said it's the Delta Beta Tau.
The Buddhist frat.
Buddhist frat.
Yes.
And she was like, follow the Instagram. So I followed it.
Yeah.
They have a meditation.
my
Wednesday
my friend is
meditation.
in that. I was thinking about. It sounds really cool.
Oh shit! It was literally like tonight, 8:30 to 9:30. They meditated.
Can you just join? Like, do you have to like?
I mean,
Like, is there like a time period, or can you
You
join
have to-
whenever?
the fucking what's it called? I'm sure that I have no idea. I feel like they need people because it looked small. Not that they need people, but what I was trying to say
I'm gonna follow them.
was that. Yeah, I guess like the hazing for them would just be like fast for like 3 days and fucking shave your head and
That's
fucking
crazy.
meditate.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's just weird to me. It's like, why did you just not make this a club? Why
why
has
does it
it
need
got
to
to
be a
be a
fraternity?
frat? Like,
Yeah, I don't know why. That's
everything
interesting.
does not have to be a frat.
That is
dog.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what came to mind.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was fucking drawn. I'm actually gonna post this shit right now. Where I had sketched some shit to kind of like promote my radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to do it with someone else?
I think they said so,
Yeah, but like
but I feel like there's time slots open, right?
and there's people who are doing it by themselves who just joined.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
but I'm like fine with it because I'm friends with my co-host.
Oh no, yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's more fun to do with someone typically.
Yeah.
But my time is at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So like,
I kind of wanted a late time.
well, for me it's because after 10 you can play explicit music, and
Yeah.
I only listen to mostly explicit music.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what who are you? Give me like top 5 artists. I know it's hard to put category, but just who you're listening to right now.
I feel like I like hip hop and indie the most,
Okay.
but I was kind of talking to my friends about this last night. I don't really have friends that listen to hip hop music or like rap music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hella do.
I only have friends that listen to like kind of indie kind of stuff.
We can talk rap.
Yeah. I mean, for like, when I think of rap, I think of more like, oh, I don't know. How would you distinguish rap and like hip hop? Would you say those are the same thing?
Hip hop seems more old school.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think of like,
Tribe Called Quest.
yeah,
It's like hip hop.
I think of early 2000s when people say hip hop.
Yeah.
But I think all rap is hip hop, but not all rap.
Not all hip hop is rap.
But not all hip hop is rap.
Yeah.
Hip hop feels a little bit more like it has softer edges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I agree.
drill is not hip hop.
Yeah.
You know. For example.
I feel like I like. Well, I don't like all rap. Like I don't really like really popular rap music. I feel like. Well, I don't know. No, I do.
Okay.
I really like West Side Gun.
Okay. I never really listened to it.
And I really like A$AP Rocky.
Okay.
I like some British rap.
Okay. Because you know that's my show.
That's your show?
Yeah.
My
show is called Grime and Joe.
Would you say Slow Tie is like British rap?
Yeah, he's a British rapper.
Do you know Little Sims?
Yeah, she's great. Little Slims.
Little Slims. I feel like that's probably like scratching the surface of British rap.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. They're the big ones. There's this show you got to watch called Top Boy.
Top Boy?
Top Boy.
What is it about?
The two mandem are trying to get on Top Boy.
Two mandem.
Basically, they're in like the projects.
Yeah.
Which is called like, what's it called?
They have a different word for it there?
The yard.
The yard.
The yard is like your house. Like that's
Yeah.
your house. But they have a different word for the projects. But yeah, it's like these two drug dealers. One of them is actually like, his name's Kano.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a really big fucking rapper in the UK. But he's a good actor. He's a really good actor. And they're trying to like basically make it in the drug dealing world.
Mm-hmm.
Get rich, run their fucking projects, and just gain influence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drake produces it.
Who?
Drake.
Drake?
Yeah.
Produces the show?
Yeah. Because you know how Drake is like an actor at heart?
Yes, Aubrey Graham.
Yeah. So
He produces it? That's crazy.
the show got dropped. Like at a certain point, they didn't have a budget. So Drake went in and like put money into it.
Oh, wow.
I believe. And I don't like Drake. But
Yeah.
I'm glad he did that.
I don't really like Drake either. Kind of corny.
Yeah, exactly. He's so mainstream to where it's like
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm like an advocate of like don't hate something just because it's mainstream, but like I kind of like I'm like come on.
There's definitely a lot of good mainstream shit.
Yeah. I also like really like indie music, like Steve Lacy, all that like stuff that falls under that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like R&B.
Yeah. But you know, I
Alternative.
feel like I have all these like subgenres too. Like a couple weeks ago, I was really into like Portuguese songs and like Italian songs and like I made this big playlist.
Okay.
And like samba and like, or no, not samba, like bossa nova, like composed stuff, like Italian composers and stuff. I really like drum and bass music
Oh shit.
or like jungle music and stuff like that. I fuck with that shit so heavy.
Okay. Are there like specific artists on those things for those?
I wouldn't say. In my case, I don't really know the specific artist. I feel like I like go to YouTube playlists, and they just play in the background, and they're not like super heavy on vocals, so it doesn't really like stick with you who's making what. There's some
Okay.
video games though from like the 2000s that have like really good like drum and bass soundtracks though. Like, there's this one called Ape Escape.
Oh.
I've never played Ape Escape, but the soundtrack is really good. It's all like, and it's like,
Oh shit.
yeah, or like some Donkey Kong ones are like
Okay.
really cool.
You got any artists that you're like, this motherfucker slept on? You gotta listen to them. Have you heard Jai Paul?
Oh, I think I have. Hold on.
He only has come out with one album, and it got leaked because like some guy literally like stole his or found his laptop on a train or on a bus or something weird like that.
So I haven't heard the album, but I read about that.
You read about that?
Yeah.
Damn. You
Or-
studied it?
Or
But you
I
didn't
heard
even-
about it on like TikTok or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trippy.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go listen to the album.
Yeah, he may have never released music had that not been. It's like he's a perfectionist. He really wanted his shit to be right a certain way.
Wow.
And then it got leaked and it pissed him off. I'm sure it was like tragic. But yeah, I
that's
love
super
Frank
crazy.
Ocean.
I
That's
love
one
Frank
of my
Ocean
favorite
too.
artists.
I'm looking at my Spotify data. Yeah, Frank Ocean's one of my top 2.
Yeah, watch Top Boy though. That's like one of the best shows. It's on Netflix.
I love Nujabes.
I never heard him.
He's not alive anymore. He died in like 2010, but he's kind of like the father of like lo-fi hip hop.
Okay.
Like a lot of people like credit him as like kind of kickstarting the genre. He collabs with this one rapper a lot. But he just has like really great beats. That's one of my favorite artists. I really
Okay.
like Faye Webster. It's just kind of like soft female vocalist.
Okay, I've never heard
Most
that.
of her stuff kind of sounds the same, but
Okay.
it's like I like it all.
I'll listen to Nujabes.
Yeah, no, that one's really great. Nujabes is like great music.
When you said that they collaborate with this one artist a lot, I thought of MF Doom. MF Doom.
Oh, I like MF Doom a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like all the Madlib collabs and stuff.
Yeah, he's hella, like, he was in all genres in a way, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
had
yeah.
songs with gorillas and, like,
Yeah,
yeah. Cool. You want to wrap this up?
yeah. Let's do it. I gotta
All right.
get to bed.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired as
Yeah.
shit. Do you have a class tomorrow or something?
I have tour.
Time do you got to be up?
I feel like I wake up always at 8,
Oh, that's good.
no matter what.
I
Like,
could sleep till 10 easy.
The light wakes me up. Like,
Oh, well, you should get a
Yeah.
blind, dog.
no, I have the blinds, but like, I don't know.
I sleep with a sleep mask typically, so.
Oh, I can maybe that's what I need.
Yeah, it's a habit. I wear earplugs and a sleep mask like
Wow.
every night. It's
Wow,
It's
you're
intense.
like locked away.
I'm like if a fire
Yeah.
happened, I would not hear it. I would just I'd just burn up
Okay.
in that bitch. It's great talking.
Closing remarks.
Yeah.
Great podcast. Woo! Yay!
Amazing.
So good. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.